Did you know that Final Fantasy was under a boycott? We got Vicky Blake from the Eurogamer to inform us because the players are outraged. There is no diversity in the game. So they're looking at their hand and they're shivering. They're like, oh, this fictional game does not have my skin color. How can I empathize with the character? See, I can play a game where you're an undead like World of Warcraft and I can empathize with that. But like if it's a human being and it doesn't have my racial makeup, if it does not have my racial characteristics, how can I put my hand on the keyboard and play? The mainstream media, as well as the holy journalists from the academia, they have told me that I should not empathize, so I cannot play it, I do not purchase it. Oh, why are people still buying it? Oh my god, oh, people are still buying it. Oh, but my boycott, oh! It's very interesting, and I find it hilarious. See, I live in the real world, and I already said that the Call of Duty boycott won't work. I mean, in the video gaming industry, you have developers that literally give you games that do not work, that literally insult the customers, that literally insult you and your friends. This is what they live for. This is what they are. It's like, oh, gamers, they're misogynistic, sexist pigs. Now buy my product. Buy my DLC. That's what the game developers are, right? Because they love BlackRock. They love Vanguard. That's where the money comes from, huh? If Vanguard comes to their office, they're like, oh, Mr. Vanguard, sir. But when the gamers come into who are these people? Bring security. You know, like that's the mindset. So with that in mind, if gamers put up with all that shit, do you honestly think they will boycott the game for like whatever reason? Oh, let's boycott the Wizard game. Oh, let's boycott the Wizard. Oh, that didn't work. It just doesn't fucking work. It does. Just stop trying. You know, like seriously. But still. You know, every now and then you do have people that genuinely have hope, and it's like some Final Fantasy players, yes, you can probably count them on one hand. No one thinks this way, okay? You're a fringe radical minority. The only reason you write these articles is because they are clickbait shit. But if you go on Reddit, if you go even on Twitter, if you go on everywhere, no one thinks like you. Like literally, your diversity stuff is such a fringe thing that is only sponsored by BlackRock. But like in reality, if the game is good, people play it. How do I know? Because people play Jazz Jackrabbit, okay? Like if Jazz Rabbit doesn't represent any fucking one, it's a green bunny, and you can jump with it and shoot with a pistol and stuff, and people play it, right? So like if people can feel represented by a bunny, they're going to be feel represented by anything. The only thing that matters in a video game, like if you really want to care about it, is aesthetics, right? And given that I already made some videos about aesthetics in video game, and I have seen how people reacted to that, both from my side and from yours, I can definitely say that you're full of shit. So anyway, right, so apparently some Final Fantasy players have revealed that the plan to boycott due to the development team continuously questionable response about the lack of diversity in the game. Yeah, apparently there's no black, minority, and ethnic players. Why should there be, though? Why should there be? No, seriously, like, if the game developer doesn't want it, why should there? If there was another game that had only black people in it, and some people were complaining, oh, well, why isn't there any white people? I would ask the same question. Why should there be? Why should, like, what is the point? Why do you care so much? You genuinely, like, you can mod this in if you want it so badly. You can literally mod it in. But it's not about, you know, like, diversity. It's about ideology, isn't it? Right? Like, you're upset that the company didn't hire a diversity officer and pay them, like, $300,000 per year. This is why your ass hurt about, right? Like, where's the commissar? This is what you're asking the company. Let's be honest. Where's the commissar? Where's the Politburo? How dare you have a gaming company without a commissar from California, yeah, dictating what you are and aren't allowed to put in the game? This is what it's all about, right? It's about money, it's about grifting. It doesn't have anything to do with diversity. Because if they would have diversity, you'd be complaining about another thing. So anyway, in direct response to this, players are planning to boycott. So despite notable criticism and backlash, right? So when you have the Call of Duty situation, oh, that's like a fringe right-wingers resurrecting Gamergate. When you have like a couple of chuckleheads that literally no one cares about, right? I would say that they're marginalized, but they're marginalizing themselves with their takes. That's notable criticism. Oh, I see. Very interesting. Apparently, Square continuous question response to the topic seems that people are still planning to purchase Final Fantasy 16. I would like to point out that the reason they're attacking this company in particular is because they are starting to cuck. Right? Like, these are the people that have an ethics department, and they measure Tifa's tits in order to censor them. Like, this is what Square Enix is, right? So they notice that they're starting to cock, and this is why the attacks are intensifying tenfold against this company. Therefore, I was specifically wondering if anyone was going to take a stand and not purchase or boycott Final Fantasy 16. No, literally, no one is taking a stand. Just no one. Even when the media is so friendly with you, even when the media is on your side, no one gives a shit. People will buy the game. Like, unless the game is buggy, unless the gameplay is bad, unless they're disrespecting the lore. And I would even make the argument that even if the game is shit, it's Final Fantasy, people will buy it. It's not particularly difficult either, given how many games there are to play. It won't move the needle, but it will make me feel better about my purchase. I'm not buying it. To be completely honest, knowing that Starfield and Dragon Dogma are coming with black characters and black characters creation. How much indoctrination do you need to be such a racist, though? No, seriously, like you would not buy the game unless a particular human race is in it? What the fuck is wrong with you? I can understand, again, like, the visuals, the graphics, the character design, right? But I don't understand when you're such a racist. That's like, unless this race is in it. Literally, no one thought this way 5 years ago. Okay? Like, I just want you to realize. And the opposite would be true. Like, if someone would say, well, I'm not buying this game because it's full of black people, it would be the same thing. Yeah, you're a racist. Seriously. But I would also like to point out that you're in the right. You know, despite being a racist, you're in the right. No one should force you to buy something. Like, if you don't want to buy it, that's fine. You know, if you want to boycott it, that's also fine. There is no company that's entitled to your cash. Alright? Like, no corporation should be entitled to your money. So you don't really even have to justify why you're not buying it. Like, if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. It's your cash. You know, you worked hard for it, so go and decide. However, by the time of writing, oh, look at this shit. Over 1,200 players. But just 2.9%, that's around 40 people, are intending to boycott. Exactly. So I haven't read this article. I just gotta say, you know, I wanted this reaction to be live, and I was doing it for the first time, my first take. And it says, why some players plan to boycott Final Fantasy. And I was like, how many? You can count them on a finger. Apparently it's 40. Okay, 40 people. And because of that, this journalist from Eurogamer decided to make an article because it's clickbait shit. But not only that she's not mocking, she's not making fun of them. Very interesting and omoshiroi, because there are other journalists which make fun about the people who boycott Call of Duty. And I guarantee to you, there's more than 40. Still not enough, by the way. Still not going to make a dent. Still not going to create any sort of meaningful backlash. But it's more than 40. And they are being marginalized by all the gaming outlets. But meanwhile, we have 40 people that happen to agree with the gaming outlets. Oh, here's why some players plan to boycott. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.